on with the Don Nelly and friends. So we're gonna start by introducing our friends. We're gonna start on the left and we're gonna walk our way over to the right.
What's up, everybody? S-Doc checking in. Just giving my opinion on, the different points of views of the male point of view and the woman point of view, and we want to dive in.
Give them your social media handle.
Check me out at Frozen Weight on Instagram, and you can hit me up Frozen Weight on Yahoo, Frozen Weight on Gmail.
On all platforms. So we're just going to dive right into today's conversation. It's our first conversation we're recording, and let's get started. Our topic today is called choices and trade-offs. Now, in life, you have to make a lot of choices, and you have to determine whether if those choices and trade-offs in life is going to be beneficial to your bottom line or your end goal. So we're just going to start off with the first topic revolving around choices and trade-offs, and that's dating. While dating, of course, like when you're dating, you start from meeting a person, the get to know me phase, and then marriage, of course, is the end goal. Of course, in life, like not be, we all could feel like it could have all the qualities that you need in order to sustain and make it throughout your day, like your day by day. Meaning is like, you could want you a rich man. However, the man that's placed in front of you, is he a working man? Is he a resourceful man? Does he take care of the household? Like, et cetera, et cetera. So even while dating, you have to ask these questions in order for you not to waste your time dating. Because of course, the era that we live in, everyone wants to think like dating is your opportunity to have a trial run with a person. Mm-hmm. Now, we can dive into that a little bit too. However, trial runs are not just simply sex-based. Trial runs are for you to put on your perfect shoe for it's like in order for like that person that's placed right there in front of you, in order for them to see your good qualities, in order to see if y'all are going to get to that end goal. So of course, like that's what I have for right now. I'm gonna pass the mic back, and we're just gonna dial a little bit with revolving around dating with choices and trade-offs. So I'm gonna pass the mic to Black in order to get his opinion.
Alright, my opinion is super simple, you feel me? I feel like dating out here is just like dealing with a public defender, you feel me? They don't got your a whole lot of games and bullshit, you feel me? That's about it. Like, I feel like it's a whole lot of...
So question. Dating does have a lot of bullshit, but this is why you have to like unicorn date. Like, of course you can't take everyone serious that you're dating.
I hear you on that, but like the beginning stages for me though, I feel like motherfuckers be forcing it, skipping the whole friend process, you feel me?
Like the get to know me phase, basically.
Yeah, you feel me? Like they just want like, I feel like it's just a show off thing for like the internet, socials and shit, you feel me? They not really trying to like get to know you and all that. They just trying to find somebody to post up real quick that look like, you feel me?
So, go ahead, let them say something and I'll dive in.
I feel like it's also that as well as I feel like for the first 3 months of dating someone, it should strictly be no sex talk. I feel like sex plays a major part. If y'all have sex as a woman, if we have sex, we're emotional. So if the dick is good, we gonna be on 100 for you.
Yeah. So go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. And listen.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
I got a little slogan I stand on. I feel like it's never yours, just your turn type shit.
Okay.
So you figure the rest out type shit. You feel me?
Okay, so I'm gonna piggyback on like what Diamond said and both what you said, Black, because for me, I do play games like in the first 3 months, like while I'm dating someone, because I'm out here unicorn dating. I'm out here trying to have experiences. So am I out here trying to have sex? Oh, absolutely not. But am I going to sell that fantasy? Absolutely. You're for sure going to get a bunch of fucking news. I might do some crazy shit in front of the camera. But am I giving up whole within that first 3 months? Absolutely not. Because I want to have those experiences. After you have sex with a person and the love is there, once you get the pickle, you in love. Like, we go together, move in. Especially if everything else is outlined as far as how that man is coming to the table financially, how he's coming to the table with how he puts you forward in his life. So I agree to playing games in the first 3 months, not to give none. However, am I against it? Absolutely not. I mean, if the vibe is there, the vibe is there. Go ahead.
Can I ask something though?
Go ahead.
Alright, you can play games, right, but keep it a being about you playing.
Oh,
games.
absolutely.
That's about whatever. That's
Listen,
about whatever.
absolutely.
What
When
does that mean?
like keep it real. Like basically, like
If
just
you
tell
talking
the
to somebody
truth.
else,
But-
if you fucking somebody else, you
But
feel
the-
me? Like,
So
Guys
that
ain't gonna do the same though. Guys ain't gonna be up front. Yeah, I'm fucking with you and you.
No,
I like
so-
you the most, and I like her.
We
least.
passed the mic.
wait. Let me pass the mic because I want you guys to hear it.
Yeah, I feel like guys are the same way. I feel like what today women is, we're just matching y'all energy. If you come in and you're playing games, we peep that shit right off the first couple texts, believe it or not. Once a nigga start talking, a female's gonna pick, see, like, you know.
Oh, okay. So even to piggyback with Black said, and then I'm gonna pass the mic. It is simply just your turn. Do I agree with playing games and not allowing someone to know what you have going on sexually? No, we'll get into that conversation on a later topic called transparency. However, do you have to play games in order to get what you want out here? Absolutely, because if you give up too much too fast, you'll be like the rest of the 40 bitches out here that's upset that, you know, the other bitches is getting experiences and all they're getting is hard dick and hey, I'm coming over tonight. So, yes, it's simply just your turn. Idolize your turn when it's your turn, especially in the dating phase.
Facts.
All right, so a lot was said right there. So I'm gonna try to dial back step by step. First, I don't think nobody should be playing games. The streets is tough out here. That's for sure. But I think people should be be good communicators. If you got a list of this person checks off this list and this off your list, then there ain't no point of playing games. I don't see why a woman will wait 3 months, 6 months, a year, and then sleep with a dude, and find out that pickle don't even match her vagina. So why even bullshit? You mean I hate the people that say we grown because they try to use we're grown for everything.
Time
But-
is everything, though.
Yeah, so you can't just say, "Oh, we grown, let's just do it." I understand that, and I understand, women trying to protect themselves. They gotta move carefully out here, but you can't waste time playing games. We can't do that. We gotta be upfront, honest. Look, if we already dating and I check off all these boxes, I'm not gonna be waiting no 3 months because a lot of dudes take that personal, like. Yeah, man, she sleep with somebody else. So when you do make a guy wait, I don't know how long you make him wait, but when you make him wait, he ain't gonna take you seriously because
I beg to differ though.
No.
Go ahead.
some guys, not all, not most, but some guys will put you in a box like, yeah, you made me wait, you played around.
Well, for as like what, sex and all that.
Yeah, as far as like, yeah, if a woman make you play around with sex and you check off all the boxes. And y'all going out, y'all giggly puff, whatever the case may be. Why keep playing around? Why put a stipulation on it? If you already know this person is the person you want and you check off all the boxes, why keep drawing it out? Because you got a 3-month window or a 6-month window. A lot of women be making these windows they be going overboard with these time rates.
I'm
said 3
gonna
months,
tell
right?
you why women play games in that time frame. Because the moment that you fuck, that's when they get lazy and you want to play house like motherfuckers is married and motherfuckers is not
50-50
married out
though.
here.
That's
So
50-50.
that what you
Wait, I agree. But listen to what she said. The moment that you give up the box, now motherfuckers is playing games. Get that out the way, because the dude gonna play games whether you give up the box next week or 2 years from now. He's gonna play games. Just get it out the way. Not saying get it out the way the same night, the same week, but have a realistic standpoint. Like, all right, 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
So I'm gonna tell you, the realistic standpoint is depending upon where that person is at in life. And the only reason why I say that is because everybody is out here talking to multiple people. So if you have about a 4-person lineup, and I hate when people try to act like they don't. Like when you're out here dating, especially when you're out here dating correctly, meaning like you're not leading with the vagina or you're not leading with pickle, you're trying to have your experiences. You're trying to get to know everybody. You're trying to make sure you putting your eggs in the correct basket. It's the same thing like going to a casino. You're not going to go sit at them damn slot machines that been getting everybody money all night and ain't nobody been hitting. You sitting back, you scoping out what's going on. You know what? The roulette table is popping. I'm going over there. So when you're dating, and if you're out here dating correctly, you're dating all of them. You go with all of them until you make up your mind. Like, you know what? It's his turn. I'm about to get him. And that's with that man checking off those boxes. And you like, okay, he does this. Okay, he's doing that correctly. You know?
Men that take that personal.
I was gonna say I'm not in no competition, so you feel me? Like
everybody is in competition though.
Men take that person. Once you put, let me see.
Go ahead.
Once you put men in a competition as I'm dating multiple men and let's let the best man win. We take that personal because we already think we the best man. We already think like, yeah, once you got my number, you need to put everybody else to the back burner. Because I'm either going to show you I'm the best man or you won't find that out. But you still dating people like after we've been on 2-3 dates, you still got another 4 or 5 dudes out there trying to date. Men just take that shit personal. Let me get my man opinion real quick.
So all I'm thinking about right now is alright on some work shit like, you know how you start a job, you and that motherfucker, once you pass your probation period, you feel me?
3 months.
You get your benefits, you feel me?
That's 3 months though.
It's 90 days.
It's 90 days. It goes back to
the
it.
dating dream, I'm gonna go with like a month and a half, like a month, probably 2 months or some shit like that. That should be my probation period, you feel me? After that, I mean, it should be no games, you feel me?
So I feel like
after I put a month in, you know, it should be no games, you feel me?
That's true. That's true.
So with you putting in the work within this month, what does that look like?
Exactly.
That depends on each woman. That depends on each woman.
Shit.
What did it look like for her is different from what it looked like for you.
Yeah, different shows, different folks, you feel me? But I can say, what it look like, hard work, you feel me? You gonna notice a motherfucker going out his way type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
does it also consist of y'all cutting off of whoever y'all was talking to? Like, what y'all want from me? You gonna do the same?
Of course.
Alright, so let me break that down. What it look like, it depends on which woman. For you, I might have to cut off people. For her, she like, oh, I don't got to cut nobody off because I still got my 5. So
true.
You might as well keep your 5. So when we start dating and we figure out what I have to do for you versus what I have to do for somebody else, if I go down that path and start doing that, then we getting serious. Then I'm basically doing whatever it takes for me to win your trust. If I got whatever the standards is for a particular woman, that's what men got to do. You can't just be like, oh, well, are you going to do this and that? Because she may not want me to cut off the other 2 women that I'm talking to. I might have to tell her, like, you know, one of these women is just, you know, really supportive. She not nobody I would ever like because she got her situation. But, you know, I'm out here trying to, you know.
Unicorn list?
Trying to find a unicorn.
Okay. Now let's dive in a little bit more. So, you've been dating. We talked about choices and trade-offs when it comes to dating. Now, what about choices and trade-offs when it comes to getting serious and getting married? Like, because at the end of the day,
that was my next question.
Yes, at the end of the day, like, you know, say this person is an amazing unicorn. Like, you know, he's checking off all the boxes, she's checking off all the boxes. Sex is A1. What choices and trade-offs are you going to give in order to get married? Now, I'm going to start off with myself because a lot of the times, like, I'll come in contact with people and they'll be like, oh my God, like, I feel like I'm too much for you. Whereas though I'm like, yeah, I'd rather be a geek dude that like hates other people and like a super Nell fan because yeah, if he's not for me and my 21 personalities, it's a no-go. So I'd rather go for the average guy that's a worker, that's handy because I'm not handy, and that's a super Nell person because, you know, that's my guy. I have to be my guy's porn star. I have to be my guy's
Every
first
time.
lady. I have to be my guy's. I can't be my guy's chef because I like for my men to cook better than me because I like to be princess all the time. So my guy needs to be a cooker, and like, you know, it's just a lot of things like, because I hear a lot of women say, oh, well, he has to have like 11 inches of pickle. Absolutely not, because I prefer head all the time anyway. So even if it's average pickle, like, you know, my vagina is very nice. We will get along. And like people will be like, oh, it's no way. But then them be the ones that's mad because they end up with Rakim from down the street, and Rakim don't know how to go outside and get a job. He doesn't have any skills. You trying to mount a damn TV screen, and she asking you, and you like, what? I don't even know how to use a screwdriver. So when it comes to choices and trade-offs within a marriage, I'd rather like the average working guy. Like, so I'm going to pass the mic, and you know, we'll just get some opinions from everybody else, starting with Estai.
Yeah, I'm gonna go last again.
Okay. Go ahead, Black.
As far as the marriage, I'm just gonna say like, alright, the shorty got no ambition. You just got, I don't care what the fuck she do for real. Just a little ambition, like a little drive. She wanna like, you gotta be able to wanna build an empire type shit with me. You feel me? Work towards something like.
But I feel like you could stumble into a Sharika in the middle of the projects, like,
of course,
with not setting the standard behind exactly what you mean ambition. To certain people, ambition could simply
not
just
want to settle for less type shit. You feel me?
Yeah, but to certain people, ambition could simply just mean, oh yeah, well I got up today and I went to the Earn Center, like, you know. So I feel like with you, I feel like you should probably like put more emphasis on what you mean behind it.
Probably do, but I'm just gonna stand right there. I'm gonna stand ambition. That's all I need to see type shit. I got my own definitions for shit. You feel me?
I mean, well, explain
So
them,
like,
because we're going to get into all our definitions along
like
the
she
show.
gotta have a spark. You feel me? Like I feel like wherever you with, shorty, you gotta have a spark to you. You feel me? For me to wanna put a ring on it, you feel me? You gotta be a perfect representative for me. Like, can't be no, I don't know what to call it, like anybody. You feel me? That's all.
Well, for me, I'm old school. I was raised by old parents, foster parents. My foster mom, she stayed at home. My foster dad, he went out, he worked, he provided. So for me, I want something very much similar. However, I prefer to be my husband's secretary. You go out, you go make the money, let me tend to the kids, let me tend to the house. I got everything taken care of at home. I'm a woman, I like things done my way. I like cooking my way. I like cleaning my way, all the way down to washing clothes, folding them up. I like stuff done my way. So for a man, for marriage, I just need you to go out, bring the money home, and I'll handle everything else.
So, go ahead. I'm going to piggyback off of her too.
Like, I'm here to do it or whatever. I'll be like, what you like to do? Like what you into? You feel me? It could be like hair.
So,
you feel me?
and with me being home, best believe I am doing something. And if it's like me, I am very hands-on. I like arts and crafts. I like the crafts and stuff. And I know my crafts, like, I want to find an old dresser and rehabilitate it and then re-go sell it. You know, I'll do stuff like that. I'd rather stay in the crib. I'll hold it down. I'll make my little chunk change doing stuff like that, you know, and that's my money to spend.
So I would beg to differ, because I've always been like, and I mean, we'll get into like, you know, my lifelong autobiography throughout this show as well. However, I don't mind being the breadwinner of the family. Like, however, but in order for me to respect my man, he has to be an alpha. So, and not necessarily like people confuse the terms of being an alpha for mean as though like he makes all the money within the family. No, I am very business oriented, and a lot of the times, like within my relationships, like I'm more so the person like, yeah, this is gonna make us money. Like I'm the footwork of everything. Yeah, I'm gonna do the business paperwork. I'm gonna file the LLCs. I'm gonna do all of that. And then I'm going to delegate. I'm going to operate and I'm going to delegate so we can get all the money.
So basically, you the brains, I'm the muscle type shit.
Yeah, like.
That's a sport, you feel me? They get a nigga, you feel me? Get out there, exercise. I don't know gym shit, but like, you feel me?
No, listen, because it's the same, like, even like when I had my store, like, you know, like, and I mean, everybody knows Estad is my baby father. Like, Estad was like, he didn't see the vision. I'm like, no, like, we need paint. We need this, we need this, like, you know, we gonna paint these gold, we gonna do this. Again, being handy. Like, anything that I said, I'm delegating and I'm saying, no, this is the vision. I'm a visual person. Like, the store went from being an old peach looking, like powder room to like an amazing boutique. So, like, whoever your person is, like, in the end, they have to be able to compliment you. Like I said, not necessarily meaning like they have to make more money than you know. Marriage is about like interdependence. Like you have to be able. And if you guys, I want everyone to check out the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's a lot of life like skills and like regular habits that you can learn in order to become a better person in your every day by day life. However, like, you know, being in a marriage is about like, you know, hitting the ultimate goal of being financially like wealthy without no one having to sweat. Even if my husband is a regular carpenter and he go out and he's doing his regular work, I don't mind like being at home homeschooling the kids as I currently do now, divvying up 99 different tasks and bringing in the money. But at the end of the day, still supporting him being that alpha, being that man.
I'm back. All right, so it was a lot said there. Once again, let me just go off of ambition. So most men would date women, sleep with them, be in relationships. But when a woman be like, well, how come we not married yet? It's that ambition part that he was talking about.
Okay.
The standard to get in a relationship for most men is, you know, whatever kind of standard that man has. But the standard to be wifed up, married, last name, you know, men fluctuate with that. Men put that shit on the pedestal. Men try to make that shit like damn near unreachable.
It's like a
trophy. So the women who get it, it's supposed to be a high honor or reward because it was so unreachable. When other women see that woman with that last name, they be like, damn, you married her? It's supposed to be like that. So right off the bat, you know, women try to come in like, well, we've been dating for X amount of years. Yeah, that's cool, but you're not doing what you need to do to be higher echelon. And higher echelon is part of that ambition. It's a part of like what you want to do for it. Now, another thing that got said is, you know, a lot of women want the man to be the breadwinner, but, you know, Nelly don't mind that. It's a fine line of women being a breadwinner because they don't know how to handle power and authority. With that power and authority, imagine this. Imagine you the CEO of a company. You the owner. But you telling your director like, yeah, I want you to do this. And the director's running the show. But the way, because you the CEO and the owner, you flunkying him around. A lot of women start flunkying a man around, and men just take that personal. It's not even about, oh, you make more money. It's about when women get that power,
the respect is
the respect. Yeah. So it'd be cool if women can handle it. Like, yeah, I'm the breadwinner, but I let my man do whatever. Especially in our culture, when women start getting money, they start getting power. Then they start getting, you know, very aggressive and very masculine. It's just a turnoff. Most men is not going to stick around for that. Most men is not going to put up with that, deal with it. And that's why a lot of relationships crumble. So when you're trying to trade off, it's not about, you know, I'm the breadwinner. It should be more about like what boxes do you check off, so we can actually make a relationship work. And if you can't put your ego to a side and let that man be a man and a leader, it's going to falter. And the same thing with a woman. If a man can't explain like, yeah, we was in a relationship, but these are the things I want you to check off, and then we'll get married. If men could just be more upfront and honest, which they not.
Right.
So if men could be upfront and honest, like, yo, if you check off these boxes, yeah, I'll give you a marriage. But women be like, why would I do that if I was with you for X amount of time? That's a lot of time getting wasted back and forth because lack of communication.
Exactly. So diving straight from, you know, choices and trade-offs when it comes to marriage, we were already touching on the topic a little bit, choices and trade-offs when it comes to careers. in life, we all have the choice and the opportunity to go to school, whether if it's college, whether if it's a trade school, whether if it's you looking up how to start your own business. We all have the opportunity as a adult to make that choice, whether if we're going to go to college or if we're going to go to a trade school, and how is that going to help our family in the end. Now, with that being said, we live in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. The cost of living is extremely high. You have to be very careful, with your choices when it comes to choosing a career. You could choose a career that could take you 4 years to go to school, and you could end up only making $30,000, $40,000. Now, if you jump into the cost of living in whatever state you live in, you have to be wary of that, especially if you don't have ambition or the drive to, start a business or have a side hustle. And as easy as it may sound, because I remember just even when I was in high school, or even the malarkey that's sold to kids on social media. Oh yeah, I started my business by just doing this. Click the link right there and let me tell you how once you pay this $3,000. Now, in order to pay the $3,000 for them to tell you a bunch of malarkey that you could have got off the Googler, it basically just place you in a position to where as though if you have teenagers, or if you are getting serious with someone, you have to be able to sit down and have those conversations. Now, I done spoke on in previous conversations. I mean, we'll get to it at a later episode. But females tend to linger towards street guys. Why? Because the money is fast, and they can have those experiences that you typically can't get with the average guy without happen to put the footwork in. So I excuse me. I just want to say you definitely just got to be wary, and you have to pay attention, and you definitely have to ask these questions. What goes back to the ultimate beginning, when we were speaking on terms of relationships and dating, and which are willing to trade off, and what choices are you willing to make before you get to that marital state. I would not suggest you jump in and start having sex with a person and even marry a person, and you don't even honestly know how they get their money. A lot of the times, as much as we will want people to be straightforward and transparent with us, a lot of people aren't. Why? I honestly don't know, especially at being 34 myself. Lying, I would absolutely ghost a person because it's just completely unnecessary at this grown age. But when it comes to your career in life, I feel all that has to be evaluated during that that dating phase, in order for you to see if a man does not have a career, or is not financially, we're not going to say wealthy, we're going to say financially sustainable in the economy that we live in. I wouldn't want to jump to make that decision just based off of what's seen in the first 30 days, because please, during pandemic time, that was the age of the joker. You never knew who you was meeting, because everyone is out there punk faking, and not only is everyone outside punk faking, but people save up money just to go outside with. I can remember a time to where as though I was in a strip club, I'm tossing bread. I out-tossed bread with another guy that was in there. Now, what was crazy is, he asked for my number. I gave him my number. He hit me up, and it didn't take him long to hit me up. But off the bat, he was like, oh, hey, can I come over? Won't you make us dinner? And I was like, ooh, pause. As an adult, you have to date. You have to, say, you got to get to know a person. I'm I don't just invite people over my house. So a lot of people in this era, they don't understand that. They save up money just to go outside, just to be able to put on that front to get that girl that they want. And then when the real tests come into play, that's the everyday Monday through Friday. And that's when you'll figure out this, he done asked to come over here about 5 times. It costs money to run my house. So it's when you get to that point, again, back to the beginning with the choices and trade-offs, I don't want to allow someone or even invite someone in my house that can't afford the $3,000 a month rent plus utilities. Because again, that's still it's a choice in order for me to allow you to come in my house. It's a trade-off, like, in order for me to allow you to come in my house and you don't have nothing to come to the table with. So that's why you got to be wary during that time frame.
There's a listening section.
All right, so like I said there, right? Here's the thing: a lot of women, go for the wrong dude up front because I believe women don't really know how to pick men. That's why back in the day, they fathers used to have you had to show the guy to your father and your parents, and they had to help make you a decision. And then other cultures, they have arranged marriage because a lot of women don't know how to pick men. So what they do is they go off the perception of how they look. A lot of women go off the bad boy. We all know it's on every TV show. Women bring the bad boy home, then the dad got to throw him out. Because, it's not enough questions being asked. It's too much, like the attraction level for people when they date, it's just all over the place. I think that, when women are trying to find out, if this is the right guy they should be dating or not, they should do a little bit more due diligence. Men do save up to, manipulate how we look when we dating. That's because that's just the standard. That's just what we got to do. We got to make it seem like we got more. We got to make it seem some people who perception, yes.
Okay.
We got to do that because that's the standard that y'all women set. If women had like a realistic standard, like, the whole 50-50 or we going to try to make it work, whatever you bring to the table because I love you and I'm going to make it work, whatever you bring to the table, then it'd be a little bit different. But the love is off the table right now. It's basically, what can you do for me and why should I, why should I bring you in? Men are out here auditioning every day. We just get in auditions and a lot of times, the bad boy or the dude who, saved up to look a little bit better or can manipulate his money and move things around and got connections, he can get a little bit farther than the rookie boy just coming right off the street. So a lot, perception is going to be played with women, but women just got to do their due diligence of finding out how long. That's that 3-month standard that you said. I mean, I think you can find out quicker if you give more time, talk a little bit more. But I want to go back to men aggressively trying to come over women cribs the first few times dating. That's crazy. We got to chill on that note.
Now, with that being said, the last topic for choices and trade-offs is definitely going to be surrounded around friendship. And I wanted to surround choices and trade-offs around friendships with the final topic because at the end of the day, when it comes to your friends and the company that you keep, like we all have friends who are pieces of SHIT. That's just what it is. Like a lot of the times they're entertaining. Like it is what it is. Like everyone has a friend that never did nothing in life. Like, does the bare minimum to get by. However, in life, when you're successful, no billionaire has bum friends. And with that being said, like, it's not in a sense of like saying, excuse me. It's not in a sense with saying, oh, I think I'm better than this person. No, it's not. But however, a lot of the times your qualities and what you have going on in life is better than what that person is bringing to your table as a friend or as a human being in general. Just like with the overall topic of like choices and trade-offs, if you're not being used, you're useless. If you cannot come to the table with no qualities as being a good friend, why are you coming to my table? Like in that situation, you'll end up starting to feel like you're like being bloodsucked. And being bloodsucked can come in many like shades of form or fashion when it comes to like friendship. And friendships could be those of family, those of like regular friends, but it's always like it's like with the concept of they always have like their hand out, like, oh hey I need you to do this for me, or oh hey, like, can you help me? At some point in life as an adult, you have to be able to be like, okay, this is not good. Like, this is not healthy. What is this friend bringing to the table that's making this a long-lasting good friendship as an adult? Now, in the African American culture, a lot of the times people keep relationships that are not meant to be kept, and that's with family, and that's with friends, and relationships. A lot of the time people do not know when to like cut the ties, and of course, like, I'm going to dive into that at a later conversation, but like a lot of the times not knowing when to cut friends off or cut family members off when they're no longer benefiting your life, you would not excel, or you would miss your timing and your calling in life if you cannot like logically sit down and be like, okay, this is not beneficial. And like with that being said, like if you don't know how to like sit down and like form those decisions for yourself as an adult, like you would end up like, not progressing in life and being stagnant in life. And a lot of the times, like when you end up being stagnant in life, that just adds on to like more personal like issues, like, just like within your own self. Like I would say, like, and this is like when this comes with like dealing with family members, dealing with friends, and like dealing in relationships. Like a lot of people in our culture let going to therapy. Like people feel like going to therapy or doing like self-care journals is like cheesy. However, going to therapy and doing self-care journals a lot of the time will help you raise those red flags, and you'll be like, wait a minute, this person is not good for me. What is this person adding to my bottom line? If someone is not adding to your bottom line, then they're taking away from it, and it's a waste of goddamn time.
Me personally, I do have a problem with cutting people off. Now, once I start realizing certain traits about certain people, I definitely, like family, for instance, mostly family, because for friends, I don't really have many, so it ain't really a problem with me cutting friends off. But with family, specifically my sisters, because I have a lot of them, I got like 6 sisters, so everybody comes with traits, everybody comes with flaws, everybody comes with their demons. Now, me, I'm able to recognize those demons and move around it. Once if I know this sister got an alcohol problem, and when she drink too much, she's too much for me to handle, then I know, okay, only take a couple shots with her, then it's time for me to go and let her continue on having her party.
All right, so I'm a piggyback on that, and again, like I said, we're gonna dive into like that topic, begin with the end in mind. It's a part of the autobiography series of like my life story, and like how I got to where I am today, and like how I'm successful, and how I did all of that with having trash family. And I have over 16 brothers and sisters, like both mom and dad's side, and I'm honestly say everyone on my mom's side I completely just do not deal with. So I understand that, and this is why I touched on the topic of like people needing therapy. Like I have a sister that aggressively drinks a lot, and she will aggressively drink and then want to blame me for the things that my biological mother put her through. But in the same token, it would be like, oh, but you're this too. And I'm like, wait, what? You're like, I don't even deal with you. So that goes back into like the friendships, like knowing when to cut people off, knowing when somebody is not good for you. Because like if you don't cut people off, a lot of the time people would drain you emotionally. And like I'm a Gemini, like, and I play around with having like 20 different personalities. However, my 20 different personalities are always in high good spirits, and I'm big on being in a good yin. Like y'all will hear me say a lot like, whoa, this is not in my yin. I got a sage, I gotta light some incense or something. But being in good spirits does not just mean a person just like, you know, verbally running around, oh, I'm fine, like nothing's wrong with me. No, being in good spirits, meaning like if you believe in God, like you don't have to go to church every day to be in touch with your spiritual like being. You don't have to like, you know, go to therapy every day, or like you don't have to live in trauma, like, you know, in order to be in good spirits. Being in good spirits is just being in good peace. Like, you know, laying down every night, having not a care in the world other than, damn, how I'm fitting into these jeans because they told me they were stretched, but they hard. And, you know, I had something to do and I wanted to wear that outfit. That's the only care in the world you should have. But a lot of the times, people do not take the time out to sit back and self-reflect. And that self-reflection and in a total, like when it comes to choices and trade-offs in life, is why a lot of people are out here today fucked up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say you better turn into a monk. You know what I mean? Hibernate, jump in your bubble and shit. And observe. You feel me?
Okay.
Let's drink. You feel me?
Yeah, because if you don't and you allow outside factors to like determine your everyday, you know. We'll go there later on in shows, later on in streams. However, like it's the same of like what's going on today. Like, you know, like this podcast has been blowing up for other reasons, but like not only myself, but like, you know, my brand ambassador Dom, we've been like spam blocked for like going live. People will hate when they see you elevating in life. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, she's elevating and she's not down here with us.
Anything to tear you down and keep you down on
So
their level.
That's why when it comes to those choices and trade-offs, and even just not even just with like friendships, like with family members as well, you gotta like be sure like you're making sure like how are you helping me grow as a person, and how is this relationship lifelong like benefiting us both, not just one person.
And I also feel like a major part of you being able to like deal with these people or recognize these type of people that's bringing you down is you have to master self-aloneness. You have to be comfortable with your own company. Because if you're not comfortable with your own company, it's
not your own company. Dom, it's your own thoughts.
Your own
people
thoughts.
Are not comfortable. People are not comfortable in their own mind. That's what it is. They're not comfortable being alone, and that comes from not having like that self-reflection, like not being able to
or even having that type of discipline to be like, you know what? I know XYZ is making me feel like this. Let me just separate myself and let me see. Will there be a change? And if there is a change, okay, they was the problem. Let me figure out how I can, if I don't want to cut them off, let me figure out how I can maneuver around them to keep them around. Because, believe it or not, some of these alcoholics, some of these bums be having great vibes. Like, they know how to party, they come around, they come with the good vibes. So, yeah, like the vibes are there sometimes, especially when it's time to, party and, get lit.
But at the same time, I would say though, and the only reason why, like I said, because we're gonna touch on that on another subject, on another episode. What comes along with those alcoholics with trauma is drama. Please remember that. Them alcoholics with trauma brings drama.
Do they? Oh, I like that.
Listen, this is a whole fact right here. More shit come your way when you dolo, you feel me? Just walking your own road, whatever, you feel me? Motherfuckers be watching, you feel me?
Okay.
A lot of shit will come your way, but when you trying to fit in type shit, you feel me? Ain't gonna work for you.
Fit right in with the downs.
Alright, you gotta comment for it. Hold on.
That was a very honest answer when she said the alkies bring the vibe. The alkies, the hustlers, the bad boys, the part, the sexy girl. A lot of people bring the vibes. That's the problem. We go to people that bring the vibes. But I want to ask y'all a question to keep it back on. Go back to choices and trade-offs. How do y'all feel about when women say, "Oh, I need somebody that's going to accept me with my flaws"? Then that means you're not trying to trade off any. Let me ask y'all. How do y'all feel about? I need women saying or men saying, if Shorty come with me, she gotta understand this would come with me. That's what men say. And then women say, well, if you want to deal with me, you need to accept me for my flaws. How do y'all feel about that? We're gonna get Nell last because she got most to say is bubbling her head. We're gonna swing it all the way down and then work our way back to me.
Shit, I don't really care about the flaws. I feel like everybody got flaws and shit, but let a nigga
So
know
if a
about
woman
the
say you gotta accept me for what my flaws, that's fine with you.
I mean, listen, I'm an understandable person, you feel me? So I'm gonna try first, you feel me, to understand the shit. Then that shit all like if it can't work, I can't fuck with it, you feel me? I'm gonna try it, you feel me?
Now for me, I know I'm not perfect. And I am willing to let go of some of my flaws, because when I'm by myself, I step into 100% alpha. I'm all the way alpha female. Now if a man come along, he be like, all right, now I need to take that cape off. I'm willing to, I can take it off if he's like, I got it now. You know what I'm saying? Like I can change my ways for the right man. If the right man come along, he be like, you know what? I'm gonna take you out of survival mode. We about to upgrade you. We about to do all of this. Hell yeah, I'm willing to, what? I'll be the perfect girlfriend. I'll do anything you say. What? Yeah, if we working together. However, now if you got some flaws and you want me to do it, you have to put in the work too. Like if I'm willing to put in the work, you gotta be willing to put in the work. That's where the 50-50 come in at. Not 50-50 you on pay your rent and stuff like that. No, 50-50 you on, okay, I'm gonna change some of my ways so we could fit. When I see two people coming together, it's two puzzle pieces that don't fit. And them two people, we gonna maneuver our way, we're gonna change our ways so we can fit, and we gonna work this out, and we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we gonna take it all the way.
Hashtag recovery mode.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to sound like a piece of shit in this in my response. I'm sorry. So I am 129% stuck in my ways, and this is why I refer to myself as being Unicornell. A lot of shit that I'm not willing to take.
Flaws
Wise from a man?
No, flaws from you. Like your
flaws from myself. No, I mean I'm a piece of shit in this situation as well too. The flaws that I have, and I can boldly speak on my flaws. Like the flaws that I have, a lot of the times, like, you know, like let's start with.
Well, you don't gotta run down your flaws. Just are you willing to change your flaws to get with that person that you're trying to trade off? Like trade off your flaws in order to get with y'all in person.
Oh, absolutely not.
See, this is crazy.
I don't plan on doing
this.
Absolutely.
Is crazy.
I want my baby dad and my other baby dad to like super husband together.
Yeah, and
we become like a whole unicorn family. Like, you know, they can go get themselves a girlfriend. I probably would have to approve them, you know, just in case.
We're talking about your flaws.
No, because my flaws are my flaws, and my baby fathers can put up with my bullshit. So everyone else is pretty much just like feelers, my fun feelers. And with my fun feelers, you know, that 3%, if you're not knocking at the door and I'm on my 3% of needing some pickle, you're just going to be an experience. That's it.
So do you want marriage?
Absolutely not. I want like a union.
Okay.
Yes. I want, and like this, to be completely honest, like I did marry the incorrect person, so I would prefer a poly situation, and I prefer a poly situation because a lot of men out here cheat and they just lie about it. Here's the thing, I'm not going to necessarily say women cheat, but 98% of the women that's out here is bisexual. And with that being said, do I want a little vagina every now and again, and would I like to share that with my man? Absolutely. However, is it just about vagina and pickle? Absolutely not. Everybody has to be able to come to the table financially and with some good pickle and with great parenting skills. So, no, I do not want just like a monogamous, like one person, one boy. No, I prefer, like, you know, everyone to be like financially, like I prefer a village.
Got split personalities, you feel me?
You say what?
That one person you talking about got split personalities.
I have split personalities.
But when you found your match, you feel me?
I mean, me and Estat go back and forth all the time. Geminis are like vinegar and oil sometimes. This is why, like, you know, when I'm Gemini to her and he's Gemini to her, sometimes we got to take a few steps away from each other, and then it be like, you know what, I made you some tacos. Can we just like throw in a white towel? So like it could be like, and it sounds pretty toxic. However, like it's not, but then again it is, because at the same time, like I said, keeping those numbers under 3%, it does not necessarily mean you're out here fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry. Absolutely not, because at that time frame, regardless of like, even if you do want to end up with a man, you can, or if you want to end up in a poly situation, nobody wants you coming with roast beef.
Right.
So you have to be out here just moving strategically.
I think that, you know, the poly relationship is not a new thing. Them joints been around, but I think a lot of those relationships are dictated by the man, because the man is the most dominant one. It's in every animal kingdom. The gorilla calls the shot. The lions call the shot. The male lion calls the shot. It's not the female lion saying like let's do this. This is how it's going to roll. And when that starts to play, it's not going to work out, because you know it's too much testosterone in that relationship. So a lot of times women just gotta, you know, realize what they want is somebody said it on Instagram, you gotta be a little delusional in order to be with a man.
That's
which I think is true.
Yeah.
And so a lot of women, you gotta trade off that poly, or that if that's not the man that you want, if he doesn't say that's what we doing, you ain't gonna have it. That's the problem. You gotta trade that off. Because if you could find a man, or if you could find a partner, a woman, whatever the case may be, that can put up with your flaws and take you on and consume you and still love you and appreciate you and, you know, be there for you financially and physically, if you could find that, then I think you got to start trading something off. I don't think nobody should be like, well, I'm not trading nothing off. This is how it is. I think that's a little bit delusional, because you know we all got to trade. This is choices and trade-offs. Is it not? We all got to trade off something. It'd be nice to be like, you know what? This is how I want my relationship to go. But you know, men normally dictate how the relationship go.
And men normally get weak towards big sucks. So, you know, choices and trade-offs, big sucks and fucks.
That is true. But a lot of men, like those dudes in them poly relationships, they're never going to be faithful.
But who gives a fuck about them being faithful to the ones that's like living in mansions and like?
No, that's true.
But
you
got me living good.
Yeah,
Go ahead, cheat.
True.
Just leave a credit card.
But you know what? That's a small percentage. That's only like 5% of us out here.
And that's why you got a unicorn live and just have
experience. So the person that Nell's going to get with is gotta have money, gotta have this shit right, because the standard is high, the bar is set. But for most people, for the majority of people, they're not getting no football player. They're not getting no good financial dude. They're getting an average dude, because average is the maximum thing that's out here.
And average is okay.
No, average not okay. You don't want average.
Average is okay if y'all are all coming to the table. You can have an average poly relationship and live like healthy, middle class people.
An average man can't afford 2 women.
Child.
He can't even. An average man can't even afford one woman emotionally, let alone 2 women emotionally.
Exactly, that's the emotional part right there. They can probably handle it financially. Yeah.
Don't believe us, Doc. That's
no, believe me.
It's possible. You feel me? It's possible.
Let me see. But one thing I would like to say though, what I don't like with men, like Nell said, a lot of these women are bisexual.
That's true.
So if you have a woman that's bisexual,
share
what
her.
is it like? Being honest, yo, babe.
Share her.
She don't always let her
We
know.
like her. We like her.
Yeah, like, babe, let's go pick her out. Why cheat when you could bring the bitch home?
Okay.
So we could fuck. I would be so much. Honestly, speaking from experience, my baby daddy cheated on me, and I gave this nigga not so many, but I gave this nigga 3 something. And it's like, damn, fuck is you cheating on me for? Bring the bitch home.
Yeah.
Let's look at the pic. Let's look at the bitch together. Let's do our, evaluation together. And if I like her, you like her, bring her home. And we can send her home the next morning. We can cuddle. We can do everything you want.
And we're going to wrap this up.
Oh, let me not wrap it up. One more thing. One last thing. I gotta respond to that.
Go ahead.
The dude that's in that poly relationship, or the dude that you don't mind having threesomes, he's never, ever, ever, ever going to stop cheating.
I have to disagree.
No, you just gave us.
I'm giving him permission to cheat in front of my face.
So if you're, but that's so cool. That's cool, and he want that too. But guess what? Men also want. Men want to cheat behind your back. Men don't want to cheat.
What do y'all get out of that cheating behind the back?
Men don't want to share every experience with you.
Can I make a statement?
Like what?
I'm not me.
But what are y'all getting out of cheating behind your woman's back? If you know, like, say if it was to come back to her and it would hurt her, and you don't want to hurt her, but
we're gonna get into that on another topic,
another
episode. We're going to get into transparency on another episode. However, the combo was absolutely amazing, but like. You know,
she left y'all wanting more.
Listen, we're gonna dive in. You know, transparency is next. However, thank you guys for listening. Please follow us on all platforms. It's definitely like, you know, Nelly Nell, the Don Talk Show and Friends. So follow me on all platforms. We will live stream. We're gonna get like, you know, feedback from everyone. But thank you for listening. Tune in next time for transparency.